Hey guys, this is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. Hey, today we're talking about my favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a great subject for ourselves today, so let's go ahead and get started. Our subject for today is selling, getting certifications and licenses to be successful in sales. Okay, what in the world does that got to do with selling? A whole lot. You know, when I first got into sales, I was a door-to-door selling customer service kind of guy. I was selling door-to-door for about 3 years. And, you know, I still do that. I still sell, do clover knocking, and I talk to people all the time. Now, one of the keys to success when you're in selling is to be able to move to the next level in selling. And the way that you do that is to get certifications and licenses. Okay, yeah, I said it. Certifications and licenses. And the benefit behind that, if you think about it, is it gives you the opportunity to sell bigger and better products. Now, for me, you know, I've been in sales in one form or capacity since the 80s, customer service and selling, and I just love it all. You know, my name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. I told you I'd tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, the warts and all, and things that most time people don't talk about or even think about when it comes to selling. But see, here's the key. You know, when I first started, like I said, I used to do door-to-door. It was a simple job. We sold a simple product. It was pretty lucrative, and, you know, you kind of work for yourself as a contractor, which I didn't know. So watch my video about making sure you pay your taxes. Okay, it's a serious video. And I didn't have to have a license or any certifications. Now, selling is an equal opportunity employer. It'll give you a chance to sell almost anything. But without certifications and licenses, it's kind of hard to be able to get to the big cha-ching, the big money, honey. See, you've got some businesses and stuff where you can sell services and you can sell, you know, like cars, and, you know, you can sell furniture and things. But even a lot of those particular companies want you to have some kind of a background. They want you to go through some type of a training program. If you're in pest control, you're going to go through a big program and you're going to get maybe some type of a certification to say you know a little bit about what you're doing. But once you start stepping into the big cheese, I'm talking about being able to sell mortgages and become a loan officer, or if you're interested in being an insurance agent and you're wanting to sell life insurance, whole life, you know, term life. If you're interested in selling health insurance, you got to have a license. Well, maybe you want to be one of them people that wants to sell houses, and you've really got to have a license for that. See, one of the things I've learned over the years, because I got a lot of certifications and I have a lot of licenses, is that, hey, if you want to make more money, you got to do the extra work. You got to do the extra training. You've got to take training that is going to be set in a particular way to learn the ins and outs, and you have to get what they call certified. That means you got to have a background check in some of these type of sales, and a lot of times you're going to have to take a class, sometimes anywhere from 20 to 63 to 70 some odd hours, which ain't really that bad. You can either do it online or you can do it in person. If you're lucky, you'll work with a company that'll work with you to help you to get your certifications. If they feel as though you've got the kind of gumption that they're going to be able to invest in you to be able to get those certifications and licenses. Like I said, right now, I'm in the middle of getting another license, and the reason being is because I want to be able to sell the big stuff, the big cheese stuff, more stuff. And by doing this, like I said, I'm able to have a better opportunity to make more money. Because remember, honey, we work on this thing called commission. And if you're working on commission, you're going to be dictated how much money you can actually make. Now, if you work in the retail place, you know, you can make some pretty good money. And if you're working out there door to door and business to business, you can make some real good money. But where you really get to make a lot of money is when you have certifications and licenses. I can't push that any harder. If you're trying as a new salesperson want to improve your odds to become having a lot more money and have a better future, you're going to have to get those licenses and certifications. But first off, you got to find out what type of job in selling is going to best benefit you. You got to consider, what is my niche? What do I like to do? Now, if you're a person who likes to talk to people and sell ideas and things of this nature, or You're going to be able to sell things like insurance. You're going to be able to sell things that people can think in their brain without having any physical thing to show as far as benefits are. And you have to talk to them. You got to have a special license for these kind of things, because really a lot of people want to buy stuff. Now, if you're trying to sell like homes, real estate, you're trying to sell things, that are going to deal with, big purchases and stuff like that, you're going to have a license. And with the license that you're going to need, you're going to have to go to the classes. You're going to have to take these courses, and you're going to have to do this every 2 years a lot of times, especially in insurance, especially in mortgages, and especially when you're wanting to sell real estate. They have a continuation of more knowledge. It's like a doctor. You don't want your doctor to have gotten trained 20 years ago and never got any more certifications, or wasn't studying or wasn't training. You got to want to train to get to the next level. And they have a lot of ethics. They have a lot of things they want you to know. You have to know a lot of things about law. Because see, here's the thing. When you're dealing with people's money on the big scene, especially in selling, you've got to be able to have good ethics. And I mean, you best not be somebody who's a manipulator who likes to take advantage of people, because they will fine your butt. And that means they're going to make you pay a lot of money. And on top of that, you could get some time in prison and lose your licenses and your certifications. There's all different types of certifications for a lot of different products. And I've sold a lot of different products. And the key to success in this regard is to figure out, like I said, what would work for you. What do you want to do? When I first got into selling, I got away from the real estate market because, see, they told me I had to go to school and learn something. And I was like, damn, I just got out of high school. I don't want to deal with this. And I've been going to college, and I didn't want to have to take it. Well, that was a stupid thing on my part. And don't be stupid like me. Go ahead, if somebody's offering you an opportunity to take some classes, some courses, and you got to pay some out of your pocket. Some people don't like to pay any extra money. Well, right now I'm getting another license for real estate. I want to be able to do commercial, residential, and I want to help people get even more. But I have to go through school, which I'm doing. I'm doing an 8-week course, 2 days a week. I've got all this study material training. And listen, if you want to get to the next level, you got to have those licenses and certifications. I didn't say it was going to be free, but if I would have done this when I was 22 years old or 23 years old years ago, right now I might be sitting in a much better position. I ain't doing too daggone bad now, but the key to success is, what have you done for me lately? I could have made a whole lot more, but again, I didn't make the right decisions, and I'm giving you some input, because when I talk about, making wrong decisions and doing the wrong things, I'm talking about old Gary Lee, and I like to share that, because you got to learn from your mentors. You got to learn from people who've been there, who've done that, so you don't make the same mistakes. And you're probably saying, man, why is he sharing this? Because I care about you. A little fist bump, boom, boom. You might be a brand new salesperson, or you might be a person who's going from an old sales job to a new sales job. And the way to be successful is to take hold of those certifications and those licenses. And like I was telling you, if you're trying to get certifications and licenses, you got to take it real serious, because if you're having to pay this stuff out of your own pocketbook, I'm going to tell you what, it can be expensive, honey. Like I said, I've got all these licenses and certifications, and one of the things that I like about having those is it gives me the capability to talk to a whole lot more people. Oh my goodness, I love it. I like talking about everything that's got to do with selling. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. I told you I'd tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything that's got to do with selling. Like I said, I've been in sales in one form or capacity since the 80s, and over those years, I've had a lot of great opportunities. I love working in retail for years. I sold a lot of furniture, sold a lot of guarantees, warranties, extended maintenance agreements. I have been certified nuts. A little crazy, but that's okay. There's an old saying, who cares if he's weird as long as his check will clear? I got that from Zig Ziglar. He was funny. I love that. But I'm being serious, guys. Selling and getting your certifications and licenses to make more money. You really need to look at what you're interested in. If you're wanting to make a lot more money, or if you're just getting into sales, or you've been in sales for a long time and you're changing careers, The key to success is to save up some money for a rainy day. Put some money away, for your classes and things that you're going to have to take. If you're going to college, you can always take a lot of college courses that are in the field that you're thinking about selling in, and it'll bypass having a lot of things that you don't have to do as far as the licensing and certification. And if you're in the military, in this regard, also that falls into play. You're granted a lot of different things that can benefit you. So look into, selling, dealing with, all different types of sales, dealing with all kinds of opportunities that will give you the capability to do the best that you can do. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy, and we just had a very simple conversation about why it's so important to get your license and certification. In this day and age, people, they want you to have a grasp of the knowledge. That means they want you to know your stuff, okay? And if you work for a company that's going to give you the capability to be successful and have a better income and be able to help your family and be able to just be the best, like I said, that you could be, you got to ask, is there any certifications I get to take, or is there any classes, or is there any licenses that I need to get? Because, see, what happens is if you ask these employers these type of things, they think in their mind and they know that you're more serious about working. You're more serious about making money. See, people who get certifications and licenses, we ain't no better than any other body else. But what we've done is we've had to go through all the baloney, the pressure. Because, see, here's the thing. When you get your certifications and your licenses, what you're going to do is you're going to learn a broad amount of information. Then once you start doing the job, a lot of that information that was so broad is there, but you don't use it as much. Because, see, what they want you to know is the basics, the fundamentals, the ethics, the law. They want to make sure that you know what to do and what not to do. Because you got a lot of people out there that's not scrupulous, baby. They will take advantage of people in a heartbeat. But see, these people that are giving these certifications and licenses, you got to be federally certified. I mean, literally, you really do. They're going to check you out. They're going to probe on you, make sure you ain't got no things in your closet that's going to hurt somebody. Also, if you're doing a state, you're going to have to take state certifications. You got to know the fundamentals and the laws within your own state when you get these licenses. The reason why I know is because I got a bunch of them. I've done a lot of different selling. I've had to try things to see if it would work with me. I'm a single dad, man. I've raised my son by myself since he was a little bitty baby. And I still have full custody, and he's almost 17. And I knew that when I first got into selling, especially when he was born, I had to accept the type of jobs. But see, if I would have known that, hey, if somebody would have said, hey, I could get some certifications and some licenses, I could be selling over the phone, talking to customers about health insurance, medical insurance, dental insurance. I mean, I could be talking to customers about all types of insurance, and that way I can work in a call center, the hours and so forth. But here's the key, guys. If you're a salesperson, if you're looking to be the best you can be, do your research about the kind of company that you're interested in or the type of product that you want to sell. And remember, don't be afraid of the license. Don't be afraid of the capabilities that you have to have these certifications. Don't be afraid. I'm going to go ahead and say, you give me permission, I'll give you permission. We can do this. We can do anything we put our minds to. That's what my mama told me. And I'm going to tell you what, you're important and you matter. But if you want to step up to the plate to get to the next level as a salesperson, you got to get your certifications and you got to get licenses. But don't be afraid, because, see, once you get to the other side, you'll be able to help other people get to the next level. But go out there and be cool. Go out there and sell something. But if you ain't asking for the order, you ain't selling. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. We just had a simple conversation about selling, certifications, and licenses, why you got to get them to make more money. Dang, I hope that makes some sense. All right.